What's up, PWT listeners? Pro Wrestle Times podcast back in the hills. We were talking about Jay and Silent Bob off pod. Phil here. Yeah, hairline here. And
back like Raquel.
We back like Raquel, the top pod in. And
the Raquel pod.
Yeah, I had half of mine to start this episode with the FTR theme music, but I'm not gonna. Off
Hold on, before we get into that. So, I got for this episode.
My man's got a Slim Jim. Let's go.
And since this is a audio pod, I need you to describe everything that's about to go down.
Yeah, so he's gonna open this Slim Jim. He's gonna snap it. Snap, and I'm gonna do the plugs. Check us out at Pro Wrestle Times on YouTube, Pro Wrestle Clips on YouTube. Guys, we're at 100 subscribers on the long form channel. We're at over 500 on this channel. Thank you so much. Hairline's peeling the film, the collagen, as it were. Shout out LA Knight and Macho.
As our listeners would know.
Yeah, Hairline's pulling the shit off the Slim Jim. Apparently, that's what you're supposed to do. But Otis was on TV eating the Slim Jim with the collagen on it.
I know.
So, I don't know, guys. So I know this is an audio podcast. If you want to see what Hairline's doing, or if you want to see us and do watch-alongs with us, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Pro Wrestle Times. He peeled the collagen completely off, and he did it seamlessly. So it appears that is the true method to eat a Slim Jim. I'll never eat them the same again. And guys, speaking of Patreon, we just got to shout out Reggie Rodriguez, Russ Paxson, and Ashy. Thank you all so much, our patrons. Yeah. And
this is a whole different experience here.
That looks like a goddamn yummy Slim Jim.
You gotta try this.
I'm gonna go and get a Slim Jim after we're done doing this pod. I would have did it prior if you had let me know, and we could have did this together. I wanted
your actual reaction.
Right. And if you want more reactions, as I just said a moment ago, patreon.com/Pro Wrestle Times. And we do upload clips of the Patreon shit, so you get a little taste, a Daddy Magic snap into a Slim Jim taste of what we have going on Patreon.
Why would you ruin this?
Because I love you, buddy. And yeah, check us out at Pro Wrestle Times on all socials, X, Twitter. We're going to talk a lot about X and Twitter today. Speaking of us being buddies and me loving Hairline, off pod right before we started, Hairline knows, man, we always meet for a bit before we hit record, right? And we don't. This show's largely freestyled. We take notes as far as reviewing like matches or key things or thoughts that need to be, especially Hairline. Like he loves to keep notes on the fucking matches. He writes down specific spots. We're very articulate like that. But when we're talking about the news and we're reacting to things or we're riffing, that's all off the top. We're not like, oh, we'll do a Vince McMahon impression here, you know? Or like when we react to the news.
That's what you think.
Yeah, that's what you think, pal. That's all. We predetermined it 3 years. The longest rated champ. The story, it's been told, yeah. Before we get on the air, start recording, hit record, we always talk a bit, and we just kind of talk about what have you been up to, like besides wrestling. Or Hairline will quickly go, okay, let's talk about this, and then this. Or I'll go, I want to do this first and this. And then we go, okay. And we just kind of freestyle it. And sometimes you might notice too, I go, oh, I think I skipped this. We got to go back. So it's pretty well all freestyle. But Hairline, this is why I love this guy, man. He knows to let me, because off air I was snapping about this next bit of news we're going to get into. And Hairline knows, man, let this motherfucker rant it out, and then he's going to come and speak it concisely and explain it articulately on the show in a way listeners are going to enjoy. And I appreciate Hairline for doing that shit. And, you know, we just had a toke, and we're going to get into this news. Yeah, dude. And, yeah, man. And now we're going to talk about something, and I think we're going to get more laughs out of it than previous. But I was going off before the pod because I was just saying, God damn it, Hairline, I hate when there's motherfuckers, the most vocal people. It's a bunch of motherfuckers out here who've never been like punched in the face, but they got an opinion about people being punched in the face. They've never played a sport, but they got an opinion about locker room etiquette and shit, right? And we got people who I don't know, man. Not saying, oh, everyone's got to be a big Billy badass, but it's like Cash Wheeler got in trouble for toting a gun. And this has divided people. You got people in our comments going, 5 years for assault with a deadly weapon. That's 5 years. He never assaulted anyone with a deadly weapon. And it just drove me crazy to no end. Like, we got people from the UK going, I don't understand what it's like to have a gun. Why would you ever need a gun? And then you go like, but dude, you guys have people stabbing people left, right, and center. Like, I don't know if you know this, right? Like the way Americans have, and I don't live in America. I don't live in the UK either. I live in Canada. And in Canada, lots of people have guns, and we don't have mass shootings and shit, and not anyone can just get a gun. And we don't have mass shootings.
So a wet sock there, bud. You gotta get 2 socks when you go out.
Yeah, bud. You need your rubber boots, eh? But listen.
Thank you.
There ain't mass shootings everywhere, and I'm going to tell you right now, I know lots of people guns, okay? So these people are just like, the way Americans though have all these attachments and all this type shit, yes. You know, in the UK, bro, they have the same thing with their knives, dude. There's dudes with like knuck attachments and blinker lights so you can blind the dude before you slice. Like, it's crazy. So
that's nuts.
They're like, we don't understand. I don't understand. Why would you ever need a gun? And it's like, well, like, do you live in London or something, bro? Like, do you understand why you need a knife? Like, we could play this game. Why do you need a rock to protect your home when this guy broke in and you grabbed the vase off the shelf and busted it over his head like a Scooby-Doo cartoon? Like, what the fuck do you think life is, bro? You know, like, there's people feel the need to protect themselves. I think they should be allowed to do that. And a man with no prior charges like Cash Wheeler. Have you ever been to Florida? Just Google how crazy Florida is. You know what I mean? Google the fucking news that comes out of Florida. Google California. Google Chicago. Google these places and then just fucking Google their crime and what goes on and then tell me you think you don't need a gun. Now, is Cash Wheeler, should he be flashing guns? No, I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's cool. I don't condone that. Yes, do I wish everyone could just be eating Skittles and singing Kumbaya? I fucking really do, bro. I really wish that was the world. Bro, I would fucking give anything for that to be the world. I'm sorry it's not the way it operates, and there's people going, oh, so you just shoot a guy? And it's like, well, what would you do? Well, I'd run them over. So killing them with your car, like, that's what I mean, man. You can't nerf the entire world. I'm not saying. Insurance. And here's the thing. Go ahead, airline. Sorry. You go ahead.
Is insurance gonna cover that?
Yeah. and I'm gonna stand by this, dude. Right. So like, I live in Canada. There's not like school shootings, but we're cautious of it. Schools learn how to protect themselves from it and shit, which is fucked up because when we were in school, we didn't have to really worry about that. We just had like a fire drill and shit. All I'm saying is,
I grew up with Columbine and shit, man. So it's part of my life.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that
I'm here in America, so it's, you know.
Yeah, bro. And in America, you can attest to this too, bro. You'll agree. Like, every school shooter in America, you see their picture, you hear, and it's like, how the fuck did they get a gun? Honestly, they either get it illegally, or a lot of the cases they buy them in a store. And yes, who the fuck is letting them? These people like, oh, well, they have no prior history. And so if you have no psychiatric history and none of that, then yeah, you can just cop it. Like, not anyone. Like, you see some of these kids and they walked in the store and buy one. I don't agree with that either. Like, it should be a real, and people go, it is a process, but like, dude, it clearly is not as much as you think. You know, like, I get it. You love guns. Like, there's those guys. It's not a right or left thing. I think all that shit's goofy. I think all that shit is goofy. Hairline's on the same page, but it's just like, dude, clearly all the school shooter guys are getting guns too. So maybe we got to figure that out. There is something that could be done. I don't know. Look at Canada, and people are like, you're pussies. I don't know, man. I know people with guns. So that's all I'm going to say. Like, you know, it's not like people don't have guns here, bro. It's just, they're not as crazy with them as you guys are. And it's not
here
as
in
easy
America.
to get.
It's easier to get a gun than to get a divorce.
You know, there you go, bro. I don't know. There you go.
Boom.
Yeah. So boom. And all I'm saying, dude, is that I'm all for people having the right, though, to own a gun. And especially if you're probably a sane, credible, professional person like Cash Wheeler, who has no violent history, has no whatever, and people instantly jump to domestic shit. It's like, I don't even think he's married or has a girlfriend. Why do people jump to that instantly too? I don't know. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I think it's like it's okay to like own a weapon and to protect yourself. What I think is ridiculous is like these guys owning AK-47s, and it's
Oh
all like,
yes,
no,
yes.
bro, you're never gonna have to fucking defend yourself against the fucking Taliban, dog. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
but
But like
people
little
do say, what if
handguns.
the military takes us over and then we can't protect ourselves from the military and
Yes,
stuff?
it's
And
gonna
I'm like,
take them like 5 minutes to take us out. What? Okay. What's the reality, dog? You know what I'm saying?
that's what I mean. It's
They're
like,
gonna,
dude, if you don't
yeah, they're
think
gonna
like
tear
a whole
gas
city
you,
would
and
get gassed, yeah, and they'll just like start
yeah,
separating
it'll be
you,
over quick.
like,
Yeah,
and then like, oh, but some people will fight. Yeah, but doggy, like, it's already at, then what you're talking about is, okay, then now what you're talking about is everyone should be armed when they're 18. That's what now we're talking about. Because if you're talking about, dude, we might have to scrap our own whole government, army, military. Okay, then you're talking about everyone should be
it's
armed
just
when they're
such
18
paranoia.
because we
Oh,
live in some
oh
third world
God,
country where like, or not even
my
third world.
pillow.
I'm not even saying that, but like you're talking some high level shit of like, yeah, okay, then we all need to be gun trained and sword trained by the
Well,
time
it's
we're
just like I can
teenagers,
under.
then, because like, come on, we got to have some faith that if our military was going to overthrow our whole country, that our military,
It's
that
just
there's people in
impossible.
our military who would fight our military back and help fight
Yes,
for us
right.
too. Yeah, like you have to have faith in that, at least if you have faith that we would have to, so I do, but I just try and see it from both sides, right? Like I do try and,
Yeah, no, for
but I
sure.
agree with you fully. That's the point I was trying to make. Like, how the fuck does a kid who like lives in his dad's basement or whatever, and he's looks mentally unstable, people around the town see him walking around doing weird shit in the park? I can't remember which guy I'm talking about, but if someone types in what I'm saying, one of these recent shooters, and then all of a sudden there's the video footage. He walks into the store, he registers all this shit. They sell him this like AR or whatever the fuck, dude. Why would he even
Good
be able
letters.
to get one of those? Like
Nice letters.
if he's if he's known around this small community, walking around town being weird, how the fuck did he get a gun? Oh, he has no past crit. It doesn't matter.
We're
Like, you
we're
just need
so
to know,
off.
like, especially in the incel world and the world of like where there's more people on like pills for mental illness and shit than ever. Like you just look it up, right? We have more people who are like unstable and all of these things than ever. Like depression's the highest it's ever been. All of these things.
Right.
Why the fuck can that person go and get a goddamn big ass machine gun like that? And sure, whatever the fuck it is, I don't even know. People, it's not a machine gun. Sorry. I don't walk around fucking worrying about this shit because I'm not in fucking Iraq or whatever. God bless the military and the troops too. Shout you guys out. And we are way off topic, Hairline, but this discussion is very nuanced.
Well,
And it's
no,
like you
I get
can't
it.
speak about it in a way where I go, no, I understand. Yes, people should be allowed to defend their homes. No, people shouldn't have AKs and crazy shit. But should should Cash be allowed to have a fucking gun in his car for
Yes,
protection
absolutely.
in Florida where road
Yeah,
rage is crazy?
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Should he be flashing it at people like a dick? No. Did he think his
absolutely
life
not.
was threatened? I don't fucking know. And at first
We'll
it
find
sounded
out.
like, yeah,
Innocent
we're about to find out. Sorry, go
here,
ahead.
here in here in America, it's
Merca.
innocent until proven guilty, my man. So
Yeah,
till
yeah,
then, we're
yeah.
not gonna fucking,
Is it
you
really
know.
though? Is it really though? Because
No,
the
fuck
court
no. No, no,
of
no. Listen.
public opinion, hairline.
Oh,
Um, listen. So
I don't
I
know if
hope
we
we
can put
made
the
sense. I
revival
hope
on
you guys
TV this
fuck with
week.
us. People are gonna probably be like, "Oh, you like." We've got called libtard in our comments. We've been called fucking all the shit, bro. And it's just funny because me and Hairline both are the most apolitical. Like we just think it's so goofy and cringe. Even though this is somewhat of a political talk, but it's not. We're talking about violence and guns. Like we're talking about guns. We ain't bringing up. Well, the Republicans say that, we're not sitting there going fucking, well, by the Biden administration. Like, I don't care about any of that. I'm just trying to tell you what it is and what it do and how I see it. Hey, I'm an outsider too. I'm in Canada, bro. We have our own list of fucking problems we got to deal with over here. All of that aside, Cash Wheeler, I think we covered it, right? I mean, he flashed his gun in a mutual road rage incident, guys. So we're gonna
Yeah,
read the
so
report.
let's read the report and then let's read Cash's rebuttal or
Right.
whatever.
And Hairline, this is the victim's report, right? Correct?
Just
I'm going to
unbiased,
read
you
this.
guys. We're just, you
Yeah,
guys, listen, we're just reporting news. We don't care if you
Yeah,
are pro
exactly,
gun or
man.
anti gun.
Yes,
This is
yes.
a wrestling podcast.
Right. That's
Okay.
it.
And
Thank you,
this is
Hairline.
wrestling news.
Right. And
But I'm sure the comment section is gonna still fucking
they will, dude. And that's sort of why I tried to preface the whole show with like, yo, Hairline knows how to keep me, because he, in summation, that's Phil knows how to rant and rave, ladies and gents. That's what I do best, right? Hairline knows how to sort of summate what I'm trying to fucking say and what needs to be said. And the point I was making was, exactly, we care about if you are pro WWE or pro AEW or pro NWA, right? Like, that's what I care about. I don't care about your goddamn politics. Who the fuck? I don't care who you fuck, who you vote for, what skin color is, how tall you are, what your farts smell like. I don't give a good goddamn. I care about your opinions on wrestling. So now, when it comes to cash and this, we don't pick and choose the news, so we got to cover it. We're going to read the victims report. So the victims report on July 27, 2023 at 0959. So I'm assuming like 10 a.m. This is the police report. Officer M. Bowie, number whatever, responded to redacted. Brendan Schaub, what up? Responded to redacted in reference to an aggravated assault with a firearm call. Okay. So now everybody's focusing on the aggravated assault with firearm call. Guys, if you call and say someone pointed or flashed a weapon at me, that's just how it's reported to the cops, so they know how to deal with it upon worst case scenario. Okay, guys? So it doesn't mean that's what happened. Y'all need to relax. Anyways, so back to what the officer said. Upon my arrival, I spoke to the victim, Daniel Matta, who provided me with a sworn written verbal statement that said the following. Matta stated he was driving west on Interstate 4 north of exit 83. He noticed a Jeep Gladiator weaving in and out of traffic, honking its horn. So he moved over to the far right lane to the left to let the Jeep pass. Matta said the Jeep took the right shoulder to drive around him. On the passenger side of his vehicle, Matta looked over and noticed a white male with a beard pointing a black semi-automatic handgun out of the driver's window at him with a strong stare. Matta said he feared for his life at this time. Matta stated he slowed down to get out of the way of the firearm and ended up behind the suspect vehicle at this time. Yeah, that's pretty fucked if he's not embellishing as well, right? Because he's like, oh, this guy was swerving around, but here's the problem. It's road rage, right? So everyone, what's his face probably thought you were swerving around being a fucking asshole, right? And I'm not going to call this Matta guy out, but it's like, compare your driving records then. Like, I don't know, but definitely if that's true and Cash is just pointing a gun at people, that is fucked up. And then this guy at Doxy Stoxy, your buddy did psycho shit while driving a 40K Jeep that looks like how a child draws a car. Yeah, buddy. Like, in response to MJF, like, bro, yeah, I'm just going to go off on this guy, dude. Like, God, like, yeah, okay, buddy. I promise whoever tweeted that can't afford this 40K Jeep. Anyways, for real though, it's like, shut the fuck up, man. I fucking can't stand these motherfucking marks, dude.
Hold on,
it's like there's one thing to go like, hey, Cash, you're a fucking, don't be crazy, bro. That's crazy if that's true. Okay, so yeah, Hairline just wants the clicks. He wants me to get mad too. That's the thing. He knows. He's like, dude, get mad, but just let me hear it. Let me hear it.
I was gonna have you move on, but let's just get this out of your system so we can just get to Cash Wheeler's response.
Let's do Cash's response, and then let's do tweets, and let's do it that way. So we can just sum it up. I just want to hear Cash, because it's not Cash, it's his lawyer and the judge. Okay, here we go. This is Cash Wheeler's side of things. Here's a 2-minute blurb of his lawyer, etc.
And let's see, Mr. Ferry, boy, that was quick, wasn't it?
Judge, thank you so much for your help. Standing to my right is Mr. Wheeler, Daniel Wheeler. He turned himself in late last night on a warrant by the Orlando Police Department. The charge was aggravated assault with a firearm. It's a third-degree felony. We are requesting that the court set bond in the amount of $2,500.
Dude. And they gave him a $2,500 bond. If the cops were like, no, he was being erratic, pointing guns at people, it would be way more than that. I have to believe. Maybe I'm dumb and wrong.
With no contact with the alleged victims in the affidavit and no possession of weapons. My client is 36 years old. He's a U.S. citizen. has no prior record to my knowledge. He owns a home in Maitland.
I don't know. He just isn't allowed to have contact or anything with it. All I'm saying is that the people in there are going, yo, like the judge and the whatever. Like, I got a noise ticket when I was like, I don't know, I was like 17, dude. I got a noise ticket. And when I showed up to court, the lady there was like, just so he learns his lesson, because this is his first time offense and we want to make sure he actually learns his lesson. Like, the court is recommending we add an extra 150 on to whatever. And then the judge is like, okay. Yeah. And then they add an extra $150 onto this fucking ticket, right? This lady though is going 25. It seems to be a just like a mutual road rage incident, and he doesn't know the victim, so I think 2,500 seems fair. And that's all where I more believe, okay, I get in the vehicle with my mother, my own mother, my dear sweet mother. Shout out moms, I love you. She's the worst driver ever. She's the worst driver ever. But she's bitching while she's driving. She's getting mad at all the other drivers around her. And she's the worst, sketchiest driver. Same as my little brother. He's the same thing. He's the sketchiest driver, most aggressive driver, but he's like mad and criticizing all the people driving around him. He should be focusing on his own driving, right? That is what I think is going on in most road rage situations. It's two fucking dumb fucks getting mad at each other when they're both just dumb fucks, right? That's how I interpret them all the time, right? So, because I've been rear-ended and I don't even get fucking mad. You just go, what the fuck? And I've been cut off and it's like, I don't, like, what the fuck do you, like, oh, I'm going to chase you and be crazy. Like, who, bro, you know what I mean? I'm going to waste more time and energy doing that. I'll just go to my destination, take a deep breath, call you an asshole.
To be fair, we don't know what kind of day the guy from the revival had. You know?
Or the guy who was driving. We don't know, whatever, the Mata guy. Yeah. We don't know either of their, this is what I'm trying to say. It seems like they both were driving like assholes to each other, right? No, you were driving like an asshole. No, you were driving like an... Okay, it's probably somewhere in the middle. And then what happened was one guy's probably barking out a window. Oh, look at this fuck. It probably does one of these and then cashes. Oh, yeah, bitch. Flash a gun. We don't... That's probably all it was. It's just dudes flexing. They're pulling their dicks out on each other.
Right. The one guy was all like, you should have done the stupid gimmick where you fucking dressed like a goof, but now you're in AEW, you fucking moron. And he was all like, I got something. Here's my ratchet, bro.
Yeah, he's like, WWE rules. AEW rules, bro. Cash pulls a gun out. Hey, the Young Bucks are better. And then you have all the fucking marks online. If you've never been confronted or like robbed, you're very fortunate and lucky. But for a lot of people, bro, you know, who leave their houses and do shit, like, you know, sketchy shit happens, bro. You can walk home and weird shit happens. There's women who jump in Ubers and the guy fucking tries to take them to a warehouse and shit. Like anything, like, what's the old saying? If you don't want to get shot in the head, don't leave the house, right? Like, what's the old saying, right? Like, even the milkman can get shot, you know?
Turn on the news. Dog, the milkman can get shot.
Yeah, the milkman can get shot, baby. Like, it ain't fucking. The world isn't peaches and creams and fucking candies and nuts. And I wish it were, bro. Everyone does, but like, I wish it were. I wish no chimp thought of hitting another chimp in the head with a fucking stick. You know, I wish that never happened, but it's reality. So at the end of the day, it sounds like both these guys were being fucking assholes. And Cash flashed his little fucking piece. I think this is all resolved. He looks embarrassed as fuck in this video. Like, he just looks remorseful and embarrassed. Oh, he's putting on an act. I don't know, man. Have you ever fucked up in your life? He has no prior criminal history. And everyone's saints. Yeah, we're the latter day. We're the saints. When the saints come marching in. When the saints come marching in. Bro, everyone's saints online, right? No one's done anything bad.
Everyone's saints besides Paige, basically.
Yeah, it's just like, go fuck yourself. So it's just the people going, he must have been drunk or on pills. Oh, that's a paranoid way to live life. Okay, mom's basement. I know the corner store's down the block and you're in a basement, but
I have these action figures. I have the new Adam Page action figure.
Yeah.
It has 3 beer cans. I got my Joey Janela action figure signed. I went to the GCW of it. I got it signed.
Anyways.
Doug, I heard this was a wrestling podcast.
Right, exactly. But anyways, guys, So I guess just last thoughts on this incident, and then we'll move along. Or no, sorry. There's some more shit to get into. Sorry, hairline. I almost jumped the gun there because we were going on. So with that in mind, let's get into like fucking MJF's response and LuFisto's response to his response that hairline sent me. And then I want to talk about AEW botches and AEW neckbeards for a second. Give my thoughts on that.
God. Do you have to?
Yes, I do.
You have to.
Yes, yep. Mm-hmm. Hairline, and you can't. This guy's calling me biased about Jericho. I call Jericho the GOAT. I call him the demo god. But hairline can't hear a little bit of truth. A little bit of truth, man.
No,
it sucks.
No, it's just, man, there are supporters.
I know, and I support them too, dude. I like and retweet their shit more than anything. I can support something and be critical of something. Vince McMahon's a perv and Tony Khan's a mark. See, you can be critical of things you love. Yeah. You can fucking still call it like it is. So AEW botches, AEW neckbeards. I'm gonna be a little critical of y'all. Still loves you. Yeah. We love you. That will never change. Anyways, get Asuka in here. No. Get MJF in here because we are going to get into his shit and then LuFisto's response to his shit. And she had a whole essay prepared because he criticized her as well. Shout out LuFisto. Shout out MJF as well. But he's simping for the locker room. But I think this is sort of gimmick shit. I really do. He's trying to be because you know how he's like the heel baby face right now. I think he's doing heel babyface shit on X.
He acts like he doesn't care about the locker room, but he does, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if you
want to put in the
yes,
that's why,
man. Yeah,
it's the whole like I'm gonna go to WWE. He's gonna stay in AEW for a long time. He'll go to WWE like at the tail end.
He's not going to WWE.
Yeah, at the tail end of his career, he'll have his WrestleMania moment. He'll be the biggest guy in the world, all that type of shit. You know. Here we go. So hairline, are you ready to see what Maxwell Jacob Friedman had to say?
Yeah, sure. Adam Cole's best friend.
So
Adam Cole's gonna ruin. I don't mean to sidetrack you, but Adam Cole's totally gonna fuck up the friendship, not MJF.
So LuFisto had this like report, this essay she wrote, like ready to go for the next time MJF said some type of shit, right? She had this ready to go. This is what MJF tweeted, presumably about the Cash Wheeler incident. He says, kind of disappointed how many dorks there are on this app that jump to conclusions so quick. A ton of people's privilege is showing. We're all human. We're all flawed. We all make mistakes. Take it from a guy who's made more mistakes than most. I've had my ups and downs with FTR, but Cash Wheeler is a great dude and a badass. You're getting FTR versus Young Bucks in front of 80K plus on August 27th. Talk about that, you dweebs.
Smart plug.
MJF's doing this thing where you marks are literally cheering for him, and I'm one of them, but you're cheering for a scumbag piece of shit who's rubbing in your face that he's a scumbag piece of shit, and look at you're cheering for a scumbag piece of shit. What does that say about you? That's what he is doing to all of. That's why he's doing kangaroo kick. He's like throwing in your face how fucking dumb and childish fucking wrestling fans are, you know?
Especially the AEW ones.
There you go, dude. And it's not that he doesn't like you guys. He's not doing it to be like, fucking see, dumb fucks. But it is a masterful troll to where
that's a rip.
See, Jim Cornette's going, fucking MJF's ruined to me. And I was almost in that camp. Off pod, I was telling Hairline, I was like, this is getting too goofy for me. But it's just the genius of what he's doing that I can't help but fawn over, you know? Now LuFisto responds to this with a fucking essay, like a whole report she had written up.
Yeah.
Like she was ready. This shit has bulletin points. There's shit emboldened and highlighted and fucking she's got it broken down 1A fucking subsections. Woo! And
no, you don't want it with LuFisto.
And do you know what drives her crazier than anything? I promise you, is the fact he doesn't even acknowledge her to her.
I doubt he read this.
That shit drives women fucking crazy. No, he read it, and then he just laughed and closed his phone. Like we still use flip phones. He pressed the button on the side and it went click. But yeah, we have other things trending right now on Twitter, so we're gonna do this or X, pardon me. So we're gonna do this LuFisto shit, and then we're going to just look at more news. People love our news episodes, and Dude, shout out our last
A long
episode. Shout
episode,
out
guys.
us. Shout out Hairline and Phil at PWT Pod because bro, our last episode, one of our biggest yet, another hit show. LuFisto at LuFisto. Dear MJF. Hairline, I really got to read this whole thing, don't I? Dear
Yeah,
Mr.
you do. So let's go.
Friedman. Oh God. Dear Mr. Friedman. 2 weeks ago, I too was very disappointed by how many people were jumping to conclusions so quick. Yes, we're all human. We're all flawed. We all make mistakes. I had my fair share. I wasn't blessed with much luck or what you call people's privilege. Okay. But I did my best, learning through trials and errors, falling down and getting back up to try again and again and again. I knew I would be criticized for sharing my personal story about what happened the day I walked in the AEW women's locker room. However, I never expected that tweets from you and your colleagues would lead to harassment and death threat messages that are still going to this day. LuFisto, we love you, but that's I know that's the internet, bro, and it's internet. I know it's dumb, but you think Maxwell? Do you think MJF don't get death threats? We get death threats. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we get them every day.
Yeah, so it's just like we don't. There's no.
You make X mad.
Yeah, dude. It's true. I didn't make it to the big leagues. You don't have to remind me. I know it. It doesn't mean I deserve to be called miserable. And in bold, man, she got. Woo! So she's emboldening. Damn, she did a good job though. Like this is very professional. Yeah, I may know a thing or two. I may work in a world. Yeah, where this is very well done. Like I'm sitting here going, I love it because even if you were to skim read or fast read, people go, oh, you learn how to quick read or whatever it's called. You're getting these points here, and this is what he said in his tweet about her. So she says, it doesn't mean I deserve to be called miserable. It doesn't mean I'm not good enough. It doesn't mean I'm difficult to work with. It doesn't mean I'm delusional. I mean, like, damn, you let all that shit get to you way too much. You know, if you're going to talk shit, you got to be ready for people to talk shit back, you know?
Yeah, she was ready, man. Yeah. She typed this that night.
You can call me many things, but what I'm not is a liar. If anything, my big mouth and need to call out things the way that they are has been my undoing in an industry where silence is expected to keep your job or get one. I mean, I don't know, like MJF says the craziest shit and he works it into a part of his job. So you got to look at his perspective. He's going, well, what do you mean? Like, I literally go on TV. I say Cody Rhodes and WWE. I call Tony Khan a fucking mark. MJF calls the shit out all the time. He tells everyone they're fucking marks and, oh, you want to see flips and shit. So, I mean, you're literally preaching to the choir to him, LuFisto. I'm sorry. That's why he doesn't care. You got to let this go. Deep in your soul, LuFisto, you're an OG. We love you. PWT loves you. I know that this hurt you, that he said some shit, but you got to understand. You got to let this go in your soul. Like, and he doesn't even care. He'd probably meet you and shake your hand in real life. Good standing up for yourself. Just retweet him and go, yo, I stand by what I said. Fuck you if you don't agree. Shout you out for fucking standing up for yourself. But damn, I don't know. MJF it's almost like he's working, bro. Like, I don't even believe he doesn't even care that much, dude. This is just a way for him to be tweeting about what's relevant while still standing up for the company and his, you know, like the people that are the reason he gets his big paycheck. Like, regardless, that's the other thing. Regardless if it's 500,000 people watching every show or if it's 2 million like WWE, those people are the reason who buy his shirts and shit, or the reason, you know, he has a living and shit. So, like, yeah, defend them, bro. I get it. Anyways, though, you can call me many things, okay? And it sounds quote, if someone's been in professional wrestling for over a decade and you find them to be talented, but they've never truly panned out, there's a reason for it. So she's quoting MJF. My intergender matches were bad for TV. My hardcore matches were too violent and didn't present too good image of a woman. I was too thick for the cookie sheets model types they were looking for. When I felt something was wrong, I would speak, argue. Therefore, I was labeled as a problem. When you are the only girl on the roster, it's a curse. Today, everything I described is praised. No, I'm not crazy, but yes, I have struggles. Yeah, and you were ahead of your time, without a doubt. Without a fucking doubt.
Yeah.
Maybe now that times have changed, don't be bitter that the times have changed, because times, they are changing.
Yeah, she's definitely taking a lot of this personal.
Yeah, like too personally. Bro, it's the old Biggie sketch, Notorious B.I.G., the mad rapper. And what fuck is that? Fuck is you
Oh,
Tom
Mad
more
Rapper,
John
yeah.
Blaze is that? Who is that? I'm more John Blaze. Take someone like Shayna Baszler, right? She was on the Ultimate Fighter reality show, and she was being coached by Ronda Rousey, and she's fighting in the tournament, and she's sitting there cutting the promo, but it's real life. This isn't wrestling. This is the Ultimate Fighter, and she's going, they just and Shayna Baszler's like 30 fights deep at this point. She's like, they just don't know. She's like, they don't know where women's MMA start. She's like, bro, how big it is because of Ronda. And if they seen the fights I've had in the parking lots, in the front of the supermarkets for no money, peanuts, fighting the best in the world, Olympic silver medalists with fucking holes in the canvas. She's like, and look at where it is today. Ronda Rousey, you know? And then what did she do? Shayna transitioned into pro wrestling and made something great of it. Like, Shayna was ahead of her fucking time. What I'm trying to say is don't become Mad Rapper, become Shayna Baszler. Go, listen, man, I did the fucking fights in the parking lots for no money. You know, that's all I'm saying. LuFisto would make a great, like, a woman at NXT teaching, produce, like, or maybe not producing, but like behind the scenes, working with women, working with talent backstage at AEW or something instead of burying the locker room being bitter. So,
right.
yeah, you know, so shout out LuFisto, but goddamn, you know, this is a lot to just respond to a tweet about, you know? Anyways, but you are right. You were ahead of your time. You were doing intergender. You're doing hardcore for a woman. You were the only woman. Parlay that into something. Teach the next gen what you did wrong so they don't do that wrong, you know, and just be positive about it. That can be your everlasting imprint instead of some bitter shit. I think that's all MJF or anybody really is trying to say. But anyways, I'm not crazy, but yes, I have struggles. I took strong Unbreakable, and to show that nothing was affecting me, I kept everything to myself. Okay, now this is your own personal mental struggles. I go to a show, wrestle, and leave it right after. I don't mingle and don't have very close friends. I have panic attacks and and God bless you for that. We all have these issues, and like, yo, that shit sucks. And we were talking about it earlier. There's more of this plaguing the world than ever in modern times. And I think the internet and social media is a huge part of that. I'm definitely not looking for attention. I just love wrestling so much that I still push through, still after 26 years, but all that you wouldn't know. You never actually sat down and talked. I know I didn't get anywhere. And today, well, I'm too old. It's not about being brave or not. I'm brutal. Okay, I had my ups and downs. Sorry, Hairline, I'm skimming through this. Like, I already took a lot on this, and it's a lot to, like, bro, I don't need to get into her personal shit. You just dumped her whole...
Yeah, her whole, like, past 5 years.
Like, I don't need
how much
to...
you got left?
A lot,
You've been
dude.
reading
Like,
for
this
a minute.
I know, dude. This is a whole second page. I'm definitely not, quote, trying to hurt and working talented people on my way down to obscurity. Your words encourage your fans to tell me I'm a nobody that wasted 26 years of her life, that I should disappear or jump off a bridge. Yeah, that does fucking suck, and fuck those fucking people. Okay, we'll say that. You and I met maybe 2 to 3 times. There never was more of a hello, nice to see you. How are you? Yet you felt the need to belittle me as much as you could cover. Was it belittling you, or did he defend the company he works for? You have to understand that too, right, LuFisto? You have to, even if he doesn't believe in what he said, he's just batting for his team. Anyways, and for what? Because of the harassments, threats I received following your messages, I made the decision to stay home last weekend, not wanting to be burdened on my life day at Blitzkrieg Pro and Beyond Wrestling. Okay, with your $million-something contract, you probably couldn't care if you miss a day or two of work. Life will probably go on for you and your friend. Now 80K. Now she's talking about money in 80K. However, this indie lifer, even if I have to do a shoot job, losing bookings can be the difference between being able to live comfortably. Words have consequences.
Jesus.
She's talking about her shoot job, judging someone without knowing their story. The support you showed your friend Cash is admirable. You know him, so you might know why. I work for a detention facility, so I'm aware that such actions are way too complicated to comprehend quickly. There are many factors. Okay, I really wish you would have had the same grace and common courtesy towards me, especially since maybe the next time it happens to someone else. Okay, but here's the thing. He flashed a gun and you trashed the company he works for. So, yeah, I don't know, Hairline. You talk. I've been talking too long. I've been talking too long entirely.
No, man, it's all good. I just wanted to break this down for the listeners and whatnot, because, like, fucking, I don't know how many people, like, you don't hear a lot of people covering LuFisto's side, you know, so we just wanted to fucking get both sides of everything out there. I guess to nutshell it, man, like, all that sucks that all that happened to her, but, like, God, I'm not trying to be mean, but you know what I'm saying? Fucking her trashing a company, I don't know, is exactly comparable to a guy pulling a gun
in a road rage incident. Yeah, where did this all? Why did she use this? She should have just not responded to anything, and then her return to Twitter should have been that letter minus the Cash Wheeler shit, because that has nothing to do with you.
Return to what? What?
X.
I don't.
Sorry, hairline.
Yeah, okay. Oh, X, formerly known as Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for keeping it light, because honestly, and I just want to apologize to our listeners this episode for real. We're
Keeping
getting
it light.
political.
This is
We're talking.
mega episode.
Oh, this is a
Can
fucking
you-
bummer, dude. Like, god damn it, why are we doing this? It's just fucking gross that we had to get into opinions on violence in America. Like, I'm gagging. You know, guys, we just want to talk about wrestling.
It was wrestling news, you know?
It is, guys. We don't pick and choose the news,
Well,
but we just want to apologize to our wrestlers here. But hairline, let's get some laughs out of this. We need some laughs out of this, okay? So I just want to read a couple. So I do agree. So All Elite Botches retweeted this. Dash Wheeler innocent until proven guilty. Vince McMahon guilty despite never being charged with anything. Is that how it works with AEW sexuals? That is a good tweet. But I hate the AEW sexuals thing, and I hate.
Kind of got a point, man.
But that is a great point, yes, and that is exactly the point. Anyone,
that's a really good point.
That's why we have to go bat for cash. Now that's where hairline pisses me off when he does this anti-FTR shit, because it's like I get it, bro. It's like
the revival,
right? And then he does this, bro. Dude, we need you on this team.
Didn't you do this last pod? This team shit?
I did. I'm gonna keep saying it, but listen, guys, All Elite Botches. This is where I got to call out All Elite Botches and AEW Neckbeards. Shout you guys out, but
my god,
yeah, hairline ain't hearing none of this. He's biased,
Unfollowed.
but biased journalism, because we're a credible news source. But no, shout you guys out, man. We love you guys, but listen, here's the thing. You can't like pray and hope and like some of these tweets. You guys are actually like.
Get it out of your system.
Saying we all like you guys are retweeting saying we all make mistakes to an assault charge is hilarious. You guys, like, yes, you've never been outside of your house if you agree with that statement. And I'm saying that to you, two motherfuckers who I like as well. Whoever runs these accounts, dude, if you actually agree with that statement, here's the thing. You guys can't be actively like praying for a dude to go to jail because some shit happened in Florida. Don't pray for Wheeler to go to jail, bro. He's the only guy on AEW trying to make a fucking difference. Don't root against this guy, man, and don't actively pray.
Going to jail?
We defend you guys so much on our Patreon, bro. We talk about it. We're like, yo, does Botchamania get heat like AEW? It's not fair. AEW Botches gets heat just because he chronicles AEW's botches. Like, it's actually quite ingenious. But then when you go into the hater shit too. Like, okay, if it fails, then what? Then like a bunch of these dope wrestlers won't have fucking jobs, bro, that are actually valid, you know? And then what are you going to turn into a, what do you, no, listen. What are you going to turn into a New Japan Botches hate campaign? This is what I mean. Don't make it a hate campaign. Don't actively root for motherfuckers to go to jail. Point out that the marks have double standards, but then be objective and go, but it is douchey, he's flashing a gun, but like, let's be honest here. Is he going to go to jail for 5 years for assault with a deadly weapon? None of you have been assaulted with a deadly weapon before if you think that is assault with a deadly weapon, okay? And I'm not saying, oh, you all have to be assaulted with deadly weapons to be valid in this opinion. That's not what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that to take it to the extreme, I think you should at least kind of understand the extreme to some degree, but that's the internet for you, man. But yeah, shout out you guys, man, because I know you know the way. And Phil will always fight for my right to party. This episode's been fucking let's get into some Dave Meltzer, some Davey Seltzer, some Meltzer Seltzer, Seltzer, bro.
This is fucking off the rails.
Yeah, because this episode's off the rails. I apologize. This is called Off the Rails episodes. Meltzer's trending.
Mega episode.
Yeah, dude. At Patrick Mercier, P Mercier 31. He's always shouting us out. He's a listener. He fucks with us, and we fuck with him. And he's a good Canadian boy too. He tweets Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez, professional goalpost movers, and Dave Meltzer is trending because somebody asked Dave Meltzer, why doesn't WWE run more shows at Wembley if it's that easy? And Dave Meltzer quote tweeted and responded, because they don't believe they can. They don't believe they can. Nobody turns away a guaranteed 50,000 ticket show, let alone 80,000. So what Dave's implying, the implication, right? Because we all share the commonality of language, and I understand the nuance in what he's saying and the subtleties of what he's implying, implication. So he's saying because they don't believe in themselves that they could even sell 50K. Why would you turn down 50K, let alone 80K? Nobody would do that. So WWE doesn't think they could do 50K, is what he's implying. He doesn't even think they could do even 50K.
Get Dave Meltzer on the phone.
We need his opinion. I want to sell out Wembley, and Dave, you've sold out Wembley. How many times have you done it? Where's that little fucking simp, Brian Alvarez? Get that cuck on the phone right now. Yeah. I'm going to tie him to a chair and put him in a room with Maria Kanellis and make her ask him how to sell out Wembley Stadium. Yeah.
Maria, the OG guy.
Oh.
Right, yeah. Her latest photo shoot.
I didn't see it, but I might go look it up. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know, dude. And then this is what Dave Meltzer says yesterday or today in the wrestling this is what he says, right? Him or Alvarez, one of these fucking stooges, they're all interchangeable. So last year, Dave, they're not confident they can. They couldn't even sell 50K. That's what he's implying there, right?
How does he know that?
Right. Now listen to what he says here. Where is he getting this from? Listen to what he says here. Last year, WWE also ran Clash at the Castle in Cardiff, Wales, but according to Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, that was not the original plan. In fact, WWE had originally intended to use Wembley Stadium, but the company was offered more money to hold the event at Principality Stadium, so the decision was made to change plans.
Body.
So, Dave, you're lying now, or you were lying then, or you withheld information then, which then makes you embellishing the truth, which then is the same thing as that's lying, right? Embellishment, that's lying. So
yes, correct. Alternative facts.
Yeah. So, Dave, you could not have lost more credibility in the last, let's say, since 2018, let's say the last 5 years, than Dave fucking Meltzer. Not only was WWE confident they were going to go to Wembley, with Clash in the Castle in Cardiff, they were going to do Wembley and do Clash at the Castle in Wembley, or maybe just call it something else. And not only were they confident they could have done 50 to 80K, little Celtsy, they got offered more money to hold it outside of Wembley. So not only were they confident, they were so confident that they went, we'll just make more money instead of doing 80K if we just go and do it this way. And Dave's going to go, well, no, it was more money and they just thought they couldn't fill it. I just can't. Anyone who spends their time listening to these fucking idiots.
Well, if you would read over the past 126 characters that I typed, Dave, what? Well, look over these 180 characters.
I literally wrote. That's what Dave quote tweeted some fucking mark. I literally wrote 2 million words on the subject. 2 million, dude. Like the holy gospel, bro. Holy.
Well, there's a paywall here, and then if you work your way through the paywall, you go paywall.
So yeah,
P like principles.
Do I have to pay for the first million? Or okay, so
Goldberg. They named it the Meltzer driver, and I really like that. Yeah, come on. What about Goldberg?
I don't know. People are just saying Ryback versus Goldberg doesn't seem so bad now after looking at that AEW All-In card.
Okay, they're right.
But here's some people saying I would legit. This guy says I would legit watch AEW if Goldberg showed up. You know, and that's what I mean. Like, at least he's a guy, like a draw power star like that, you know, but he would just regret it. Yeah.
The day will come you'll live to regret that statement, bud.
Yeah, and I guess like 2 years ago, Goldberg came back to WWE or something. The Bullet Club's also trending. I don't know.
Bang Gang.
Right. They're just so over.
2 words for you.
Bullet Club Gold is just, I don't know, man. They're calling out the elite as well. Like, I kind of like this feud of like, oh man, you guys are like, you think you're the elite of what the Bullet Club was. Like, we're just getting started, like showing you what's up. So Hairline, I think we talked, and was there anything else you wanted to talk about on X or in the news or?
I don't know. I think we fucking got it all out of your system, man.
Well, I mean, shit, dude.
Jeez.
You wanted to talk about it. I told Hairline Off Pod, I was like, I don't know if I want to talk about this cash shit because I'm just gonna freak out. But like, no, I think we did it well. This was more like well thought out. I got it out of my system before we went on air, and then I had a more like articulate, thought out like what I wanted to really fucking say about the situation, without going overboard. I would have went overboard if we just jumped right into it off the rip. So I appreciate you, Hairline. Guys, we are going to talk about SmackDown. We're gonna skip over Rampage, even though I watched it. It's just guys, we're gonna start nutshelling like Rampage, and I'm so sorry, probably NXT. Okay, Hairline. So as I enjoy my pumpkin spice fucking coffee here because it's virtually fall where I live in Canada. Let's get into SmackDown. Edge's retirement, Edge's last match. We're celebrating 25 years of Edge. We're in Toronto. Yeah. And this crowd was fucking lit as fuck. The show kicks off with Grayson Waller effect with the new United States champion Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. This match was more building Theory and LA Knight. Austin Theory comes down, makes the interruption. LA Knight comes out. Yeah. And basically cuts a goddamn fiery motherfucking promo. Like fiery.
Always.
Spit like this was his best one. This is his best one to date since they've been letting him run with the ball. And then he has a match with Theory, and then Austin Theory beats Knight after Miz interrupts the start of the match and gets all involved. I don't know. This was what it was. I just think this was too convoluted. I think they shouldn't have beat Knight after they're already giving him wins. It's like finally he's gonna start streaking and stroking all these dudes out. And now he just takes an L to Theory. Okay, I guess we're getting Knight and Miz. Miz just lost to fucking Tozawa, which we'll get into when we talk about Raw or whatever. But yeah, dude, this was a misstep for me, but I don't know, good promo work from everyone involved, I guess. Your thoughts?
So I like the fucking at the start with the Grayson effect. He was out there teasing Beth, and he was all like, "Beth, calm down. I like hot moms." And I would just want to say I also like hot moms. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of sick of this Rey Mysterio and fucking lucha suit shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, we get it, bro. Like you love Rey Mysterio. He trained you good.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna do the LWO thing, do it full force. Have all those guys come out and do lucha style 6-man and 8-man tags, and give everyone their little AEW fix on your show. And then the AEW marks can't go, oh, this is you know what I mean? That's what I would be doing with those guys. They'd be an 8-mans with the guys you just got floating around the roster who don't really have a spot or shit like that. I don't know. They'd be heels if it's me. Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, man. So fucking Theory, he popped me with telling Ray there's no Father of the Year award for you, bud. You fucked that one up. Good job. Maybe fucking Escobar will get you a fucking Father of the Year fucking shirt or something. Yeah, man. And then Adam Pearce brought his dumbass out. I wrote down in my notes, no, all caps with 4 O's. But he rewarded us with L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then so into this match, I wrote this is AEW. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of fucking bullshit going on that doesn't really be going on. But Miz was great on commentary. Miz is the total package.
Everyone
great.
in WWE
Fucking
can talk, everyone
great.
can work, but it's just where the storylines start getting convoluted. That's where WWE needs to sharpen up. I think sometimes some of this shit.
Yeah, I don't know, but like people can. But like, the thing about the Miz though, man, is like he has everything. To where like fucking. I don't know. Quick example here: Escobar. Escobar doesn't quite have the mic skills. He looks great and he wrestles great, but
Yep.
Yeah, next up we had Damage Control.
Right. So next up we had Damage Control versus Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair. I could not be less interested in any of this. And then Belair and Flair, who are not a real team, again, beat the team that's supposed to be a real team. Oh, but there's turmoil in the team. It'll be great.
The second team.
It's they're
Tony,
but they're not a team. They're like You know what I mean, bro? Like teams are supposed to be able to beat not teams. That's why they're teams. So
No, this is crap.
this is
This is
garbage.
bullshit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
whatever.
All right, listen. People fucking say we don't fucking. All these guys do is talk shit about AEW. Here we like fucking pay attention right here. We
Yeah.
just
Pay
said
attention,
this.
Marks.
Yeah, you fucking assholes.
So then up next
Defending
we get.
myself.
Oh, sorry.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
get to
Go
say
ahead.
anything.
Sorry.
I don't
Sorry.
want
You
to
go
now.
ahead. Yeah. I just really don't. I just didn't care about this. Sorry. You go ahead.
The Phil drones in the comments section love this. They want their versions of the pod with hairline cut out.
The P drones.
You know what I'm saying? The P drones. You already know. Yeah, you got these Phil bots. Bailey was phenomenal, but she always. There's nothing new. But for real, what was the point of this? And then fucking right as I was like scratching my head on like, why the fuck are they doing this? We got the little recap video, and it's all based off of fucking EO Sky hopping up on the fucking ropes and attacking fucking Charlotte. Oh god, there's Bailey ran in.
Yeah, trash. So up next, we have the new and improved Street Profits versus the OC. The Street Profits, man, they're serious. They come out, they're hitting this. They finished the OC off real quick with this fucking sky high neck breaker finisher, which is pretty cool. And it's like a reverse 3D, but like, Dawkins does the sky high or whatever. And they're more serious. And they got Bobby Lashley with them, who comes out after they whoop that ass. And I don't know, man. Gallows and Anderson, they're on nice, cushy contracts. They don't have to be in the buildings unless they're used. I don't fucking know. Carl Anderson worked a fucking New Japan date. I don't know. As long the Good Brothers, man, they're legends in this tag game to me. Go to NXT,
absolutely.
put some teams over. Come here, put the new Street Profits over. Put these teams over. I like that for them. I think they're at that stage. Hairline and I are big proponents of giving the rub to the younger guys, and I love this new Street Profits. Now they're going Hurt Business 2.0. I don't know, man. Like Lashley, MVP, Street Profits, fucking throw Omos in there, make them like the Ballers, like that TV show Ballers that The Rock was on. That's how I say you do it. And I don't know, I'm feeling this, and I like this serious Street Profits, man. And I like that the New Day are back in the tag division too. WWE's tag division heating up. But anyways, what'd you make of all this?
Well, what were these outfits? Fucking these like off-brand fucking Green Lantern, Walmart Halloween outfits.
Yeah, they'll that shit'll get refined. But, yeah,
I can't believe you didn't mention any of it.
Well, the Street Profits have like some of the worst gear in wrestling history. I've always felt that way. I guess that's why I've never really said it. I could just throw back to
the basketball shit. I don't know.
To me, I'm just that's not. I don't know.
I just always thought it was a counter programming for fucking who was it in fucking AEW?
What was Montez Ford? What was Montez like? Private Party is what, but yeah.
They're like
okay, but listen though, what was Montez Ford wearing in the Elimination Chamber? If they wore gear like that when they were both wrestling together, that's the kind of shit they should both be wearing. That shit's fire. Sorry, I'm being a mark talking about gear. Your thoughts on this quick? It was a squash match, basically, bro, on the OC.
Yeah, it was that. It was a squash match. And I'm unfortunately going to bring up some more gear. How fucking good did fucking the Almighty make Salmon Pink look? God damn. There's my thoughts.
So we also get a backstage segment either before or after this match where Bailey and Sky attack Belair and take out her fucking knee.
Yeah, so Belair was being interviewed by Jackie.
Right, so backstage, right, so Jackie. So up next, Paul Heyman provides us with an update on the Bloodline. And Kayla, I don't know, bro. This was the first SmackDown that didn't feature like any of the Bloodline on it other than Heyman, but like any of the actual family. And I don't know. I thought this was still a decent show overall, only because of the main event. But this show felt short and sweet in the best way possible. I also want to say that. Heyman comes out, spits venom. Take us through it, Hairline. And he also reveals that Jimmy Uso will be back next week on SmackDown. But sorry, take us through it.
Yeah, he was basically like, Kayla, do I ask you about your mom? Even though I want to know about Kayla's mom, let me tell you. He goes, Kayla, do I ask you about your cousins? Do I do any of that? Do I dwell on your family life and all that crap? Yet here you are dwelling on the bloodline shit. and you need to knock it the fuck off. Because I brought you into this company, I will take you out of this company. But yeah, anyways, man, fucking like you said, Paul was just spitting fucking venom, dog. And I honestly, dude, I didn't notice that till you said it, but there was no bloodline outside of this, you know?
Right. And that's what WWE does better than anyone else. I mean, I guess whatever. Oh, why do you compare to AEW? Because they both present themselves as the premier organizations. So you have to. But
on 80,000 at Wembley!
WWE so smart though. They know, dude, like, okay, we can give all of the bloodline who've been carrying this company on their back. We can give them all a week off. Heyman can come out and talk. Because in the main event that day, Edge is about to retire. So they know, like, okay, like in AEW, it's like the Young Bucks and this, and then like Excalibur reads off matches, and it's like everything's like, if you just built to it, every match almost could be a pay-per-view. If you just built to it, there's just no time. Like Mox doesn't have to bleed, and there doesn't have to be a table spot, and there doesn't have to be Sting, and there doesn't have to be whatever. Like, you know, if they did it right, they could stagger it. So it's like, I don't know, man. That's why Collision's so good, because you know, okay, these guys are going to be in the main event, and if there's a week off, the BC Gold and FTR are there. If Punk's not going to wrestle, and Starks is there because they're building him up. Okay, like they're doing it right. That's what WWE does. It's like, okay, Bloodline's not going to be there. Edge retirement match. Okay, no Bloodline. You guys get the week off because we're going to pop a huge rating, which they did.
Without the Bloodline.
But yeah, man, WWE, they got to figure it out, man. Yeah, we got to figure it out. Edge is going to retire again. Yeah. So anyways, they pop a big rating. Up next, we get a fiery ass match. Sheamus versus Edge. I wasn't into the reasoning of this match, the little quick story they threw together. But, yeah, I thought that was all dumb. But on that token, like, I do respect.
Listen.
This is why it's dumb? Edge's not last match.
No. Would you like it if Eddie Kingston waddled down to the ring? And
I wouldn't like that, but I don't get why. I never would like that, and I don't like. Here's the thing: that's not even funny, because I never put that over even on Dynamite. I wasn't like, and then Eddie Kingston came down. Yeah, no. I find that just as abhorrent as you do. However, Hairline, this is the reasoning for their match was dumb. Edge is going to give that one back to Sheamus down the line. Here's the thing. Edge is not done in WWE. Do you know how I know? Because when you leave this business, you lay down for someone, and Edge is not a mark, and he will lay down for whoever he's choosing to push over on his way out the door, whether that be Austin Theory, Sheamus, Grayson Waller, whoever Vince talks him into, you know, because like Taker laid down for the right people on the way out, but he also laid down for Brock when I don't think it was the right time or the right even person to do that. I don't think Brock needed that. But anyways, this match was, I'm just going to put it this way. It was incredible. There was fans crying. They were so electric. They're so into it. Beth Phoenix is crying. She's got me into it. His kids are there. I'm going, oh, it really is a motherfucker last match. I thought he was losing for sure. He fucking wins, so for sure Edge will be back in WWE one day and end his career at a Mania or something. That is a fact. You don't go out this way on a SmackDown with a win. Edge is not a mark. He will lay down the way all the greats do. But yeah, man, just Michael Cole was on fire. Fucking the commentary's on fire. Kevin Patrick wasn't ruining shit. Yeah, dude. This match was great. I thought it was done. They had me with the false finishes because I really didn't know who's going over, and then Edge pulls out the win. They fucking hug. I personally, dude, Edge is like, you know, one of the all timers of my childhood, of my youth, of my fucking lifetime. His 25 years is like my 25 years that I can still remember of my life of watching wrestling, you know? So whatever it is, yeah, fucking shout out Edge. And please, I'm telling Edge, go to AEW. Get that bag, man. Just go get a bunch of money. Fuck it. You know, like you live one time. Edge just did that one movie too. Here's what we don't know. Edge could just go do some movies. He was just in a movie playing some god or some shit. The fucking whatever in the Olympians or some Disney Plus shit. He's doing Disney, bro. Go do Disney and fucking come back fucking later to WWE. Don't even go to, all I'm saying is whatever you do, thank you, Edge, once again. Fucking with a tear in my eye. this was the best fucking wrestling all goddamn week, in my opinion, up until this point. Hairline, I blew it enough. You go ahead.
Yeah, so fucking, I thought it was stupid as fuck that Cole was addressing online rumors. You know, don't be giving power to that kind of shit.
To that
You know,
demo. Yeah. To that key demo.
Yeah,
Don't give power to the key demo here.
Yeah, it's kind of like going, oh, we do read the dirt sheets and we look at that stuff, and it's all like, God damn it.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry. I'm gonna snap
I
on
really,
Tony Khan here. Go ahead.
Good. I keep you. Oh my god, that fucking goof. The suplex into the execution was probably my favorite spot in the match. It was sick as fuck. Sheamus was laying in fucking some of the heaviest chops,
dude.
I think I've seen all year. Man.
Dude, really, like if it in Edge's mind could be his last, he's got to be going Sheamus. Lay the shit like he wants to feel it one more time. What a guy to bring it other than Sheamus. Don't go light, baby. You know, I fucking love it. I love Sheamus.
Yeah, man. And then it was false finish city. You know,
bro, the Celtic cross got me more than anything. I was like, it's done zone. Yeah. You know, I was like, it's done. You know? Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, this would have been a great pay-per-view. It's crazy they couldn't like make it. And I guess they were more or less just showing that they could pop ratings without the bloodline and whatnot, but this definitely deserved to be a pay-per-view match.
It's just not Edge's true last match. And
for sure.
You got to remember, because we put this over a few episodes back, what WWE does is they're getting everyone used to big money matchup on SmackDown leading up to the pay-per-view. Like Friday night's fight. Bro, Friday night, there's going to be a banger.
That's how it was after banger.
Fuck yes, dude. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. So I thought it was cute as fuck how they were hugging in the ring and whatnot. The thank you Edge. And I don't know, you saw the pictures of them drinking the pint together after the match.
Pint of Guinness.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Man. I don't know. I guess more or less we'll find out if that is Edge's last match. If it is, thank you. You know, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So this is a brilliant match. Not mad at Edge if he gets his bag. I see him showing up at All In, spearing Christian or something like that. They work a Edge versus Christian match, which will do huge numbers. That could also be what Tony Khan's banking on for All In, guys. He could be banking on, I'm going to pay Edge or Goldberg to show up at All In, and then at All Out, Tony Khan could go, I'm not going to announce shit because I'm just going to have Goldberg or Edge wrestle a match a week later. Like, I could see Edge showing up, spearing Christian, wrestling Christian, Edge versus Christian, and then I could see them teaming up for some reason and then fucking doing one last tag, big match, money match, and then you could stretch that out over 3 to 6 months even. Just have Edge show up on a few Dynamites, and then he'll go back to WWE. I'm fantasy mark booking. Or I see.
Yeah, hell yeah, you are.
Yeah. We'll talk about the All In. Yeah, what do you got there, Hairline?
Check this shit out here quick. Yeah. Fucking.
This guy's got a Rated R Superstar hockey jersey. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. This is from like back when I was in high school, dog.
Dude, I love it.
Yeah, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, so I just wanted to say that that's what I meant by like, thank you, Edge. It's like, I've been down for like over a decade. You know?
He's one of the dudes that, I mean, dude, growing up in Canada, that's just you stuck with your guys, you know, Edge, Christian, Benoit, Jericho. Those were our fucking guys, you know, in that era. And yeah, I have Edge is just one of my fucking, and Test. Shout out Test. He doesn't get the respect he goddamn deserves.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. man. That was SmackDown. The first half was
okay.
Utter shit, and the last half was delightful.
Hold on. Listen, let me look at my notes here quick for utter shit. What are you talking about? We got an LA Knight match.
Right, but it was just convoluted. Yeah, actually, you are right. His promo saved it. I mean, I guess they did section out the show well. But anyways, man, AEW Rampage Fight for the Fallen. This was, I guess, a part of Fight for the Fallen. We'll just quickly run through. I don't know if you watched it, Hairline, but this was obviously taped.
No.
This was obviously taped after Dynamite, and this show too raised money for the Maui wildfires. And so I'm surprised you didn't watch it because Sammy Guevara was in action. But okay, let me break this down. So we had Commander versus Ray Fenix in the opening match, and Ray Fenix hurt himself and is now out of the match. So the reason why they did on the Dynamite, they did the crowbar angle.
Injured?
is because yes, he wrestled Mox injured
What a fucking
because
idiot.
Commander injured. Fenix injured himself wrestling Commander on Rampage. Is the point I'm trying to get at?
Fenix.
Right before All In. So these
What did he do?
I don't know. They did so much crazy shit, and then look at what Fenix just did with Mox. He was doing dives and shit with Mox.
That was fucked.
So
Bro, Mox fucked him up.
I just definitely, I don't know. This was it was just a crazy flippy match. It was what it was. I love Fenix and I love Lucha. Here's the funniest thing is the AEW marks who chant Lucha, 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 Lucha at fucking the Lucha matches in fucking AEW. Then we had Aussie Open take on Ethan Page and Brother Zay. Aussie Open wins. It was just like, bro, I don't know. Like,
so
Page and Zay are pretending to be Hardys. Why is that their gimmick? Why is that what we're doing with Page and fucking this Brother Zay guy? Have Brother Zay do his own thing and have fucking Ethan Page do his own thing. Make him compete for the international championship in a division with Miro and Jay White and other international superstars and Takeshita because they're international and you're US based. And instead, Orange Cassidy's your international champion. You get fucking just awful. We have Guevara versus Cruz, John Cruz, which was just a jobber. And then fucking we had the Outcasts took on Shida and Blue. So Sky Blue and Shida took on Toni Storm and Ruby Soho. Shida and Sky Blue win. What the fuck? So you know one of the Outcasts are winning at Wembley. And this is all to get. We know that Storm and Saraya are going to team up right away, leading up to Wembley at like Collision or some shit. But it's all building towards Toni. And did you see like the way she's acting now? And then you saw like the horror movie poster they made of her, like the old black and white creature film. This is all leading to fucking Toni versus Saraya, which is just what the match should have been at All In instead of this four-way garbage. I'm Tony Khan. I got to put all the girls on this event. I just got to stuff everyone on every match. Well, we got 12 six-mans. There's only like 2 singles matches. See, that's where Jericho's a genius. He talked himself into a fucking singles match with Ospreay. Genius, because it's going to stand out because every other match is 80 guys flipping around. So anyways.
Thank you, Phil.
Yeah.
So, you know what? You're okay, man. I
this match was whatever. Thank you, brother. Thank you. This match was whatever. I just don't want to spend more time on this. This match was whatever. Britt Baker comes out to make the save to an anti-climax, to a nothing cheer. And I'm telling you, bro, she's falling off pretty hard here.
Hey, hold on. Remember fucking 5 minutes ago when you were all like, I can't believe you didn't watch this.
Where was Collision emanating from? And this was this Fight for the Fallen as well, or was this Fighter Fest? Because now this week we're into Fighter Fest. This was Fight for the Fallen, correct? Yes, this was Fight for the Fallen as well. So
I do know that Kevin was back though,
and they were in Lexington, Kentucky at Rupp Arena. Kevin Kelly was back with Nigel McGuinness. Shout out Kevin Kelly. It's good to have you back. I think you just came back from doing the G1 or some tournament or something that was going on in Japan again. And so the show opens up with the Golden Vampire. Now, this was such territory flashback. I loved this. It was
conquistadors.
Dude, I love it. And so it was the Golden Vampire versus Samoa Joe and Punk. Like, remember he showed up on a random indie show. I think it was like when him and Cole Cabana were still friends and he was just wearing a mask. He just ran out, GTS the guy, ran back out of the arena. Do you remember that happened? Like when he was retired from wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's just old, like weird indie kind of territory shit. I liked that. I liked it. And he fought Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe laid out flat as a fucking pancake. Yeah. Samoan Joseph laid out flat as a fucking pancake after that.
Can we talk about it?
CM Punk goes, I accept, bitch. And I don't know.
The worst GTS in history ever.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And so I don't know though, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for this match at Wembley just because I'm a mark for these two guys. but this isn't like built. This isn't like the proper story to build to this match. I don't think it. None of it is. None of it is. Yeah. So it is what it is. But I'll gladly watch this trilogy bout. But your thoughts on this match, quote unquote, and segment here?
Well, I wrote down Edge wasted no time. He's over here in AEW in his fucking new those conquistadors outfit, So
yeah.
So yeah, man, fucking it was. I've basically said everything I want to say here. Fucking the spot was fucking awful, and there's no build to this.
Right. And they should be using that fucking old ROH footage of them. Like, think about how WWE uses their video libraries and how they've used them in the past. AEW's done none of that, bro. They're not doing anything. They're not making best of ROH DVDs. Or any type Blu-rays or like digital specials where you go on our site and fucking Honor Club. Why don't you fucking make like a best of Samoa Joe and you interview him and go chronicle it all and like WWE would do, and you just put it behind a paywall on your fucking site or something. Like, there's so many ways around this shit or innovative ideas that nobody's putting out there that I just think are crazy.
That's like that's what Ring of Honor was all those DVDs and shit, man. So it's like even them mimicking that would like be a nostalgia pop, but Tony's a fucking dummy, dog.
So up next we had fucking Jay White and the BCG, the Bang Bang Gang, Dalton Castle and the boys. I love fucking.
Fuck yeah.
I love this. Let me just put this match over. Great match. Jay White gets the win. I fucking love Dalton Castle.
Yep. Fuck yeah. I love him too, man.
I think he's somebody who could go anywhere. If he went to WWE, he'd be over. NXT, fucking anywhere he goes. Impact, he's over. Anywhere he goes. I fucking love him and his presentation. He's so sports entertainment, but he's a real wrestler too. He's like, I'm gonna suplex you around, Yeah,
dude, he's fucking phenomenal, man.
Whatever, man. He's great. Yeah, and he's big body. He throws people around. Nuts. Jay White's great, and this was like, to me, the highlight of the show. I don't know. I love BCG. I love the boys.
I agree.
I love Dalton, and this was a great match. Yeah, Hairline, give me your thoughts.
All right, so it was nice to see Dalton, like I said. Kevin named his fucking fish Juice Robin Swim. Okay, so shout out to Juice Robin Swim. I named one of my plants Cody Grows. I named the other one Fago del Solo. So it's just like, I know what it's like to name your shit after wrestling shit. Switchblade really like made it look like Castle was gonna win a few times, and just like, I don't know, it's weird seeing. Like, this was a WWE match, you know what I'm saying, where I always say the two guys working together to put on a good product. It was that.
Yeah, it was a great TV.
You rarely see that. Right. Yeah, for sure, man. And the Ash Boys were great on the outside. They, like on some Rhea Ripley Page shit,
they're so
great
good,
at screaming shit.
And putting them with Juice and Jay, so smart, man. I don't know, right when they put them with Juice and them, and we were saying it, we were like, this Juice rubbing off on the Ass Boys now. Because, like, Billy Gunn's rubbed off on them, taught them everything he knows, and they're clearly inspired by Shawn Michaels. So you add those two things together, and then you fucking put them now with, like, guys who have traveled the fucking world, been there, done that.
Yeah.
I love that, man. Yeah, the fucking Gun Boys are the future, of WWE.
And, like, yeah, man. Dude, yeah. Bro,
I'm teasing, but I'm not. I'm teasing, but I'm not.
No, you're not at all, bro. They're for sure going to WWE.
Yeah.
Like, how wouldn't they? I hope it's the same entrance, too.
Oh.
And most of all, dog, the first time fucking Judas hits, my God.
This guy can't wait for All In for Judas. I'm actually pumped for All In, dude. It's happening at 10 a.m. my time. We'll talk about it later. I'm gonna get pizza. I'm gonna get fucking beer. I'm gonna get wasted by like 9:45 in the morning, and I'm just gonna fucking. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna fucking have a ball. Anyways, so Tony Schiavone was in the ring to interview the BCG after their win and asked them about their match at All In against Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Ibushi. Now, this is so random. Why? Because they beat down Omega randomly, because the Callis family. Why the fuck? doesn't Callis and fucking Takeshita just join Bullet Club? Why the fuck aren't they just all in the same group? Callis family is Takeshita and Don Callis. That's not a family. That's two people. So what we need is them to just join Bullet Club Gold, because this shit is thrown together, and Tony Khan's out there going, I don't know why people are shocked the Elite are in a trios match at All In, because in the first All In they were in a trios match. Well, no, that was Ibushi and the Bucks. I don't know. It just makes no fucking, to me, it's just so you could have had Kenny versus anyone in a singles. That would have been meant way more. You could have built it up for 8 weeks and it would have just meant way more. But Tony's like, got your money. He just knew, like, got your money already. And it's just like a middle finger, bro. If WWE did this,
that would be great.
They'd be burned at the fucking stake, dude. They'd be burned at the stake. This is crazy, super indie shit. And I don't think if they went to Wembley next year, do they do the same thing? I don't think they could do Wembley again.
There's no next year, bud.
So what happened? So what happens though? AEW goes to Japan and fills a dome, not without co-promoting with New Japan. Oh, and that'll be their next move. They'll go, oh, we're going to do a Tokyo. We're going to do the fucking whatever in Japan, the Forbidden Door. And then it'll be a Tokyo Dome size thing. And then all the haters will go, no, but it's New Japan. And then AEW will go, no, it's fucking AEW. And like, we just got to deal with this shit. Man. We got to roll with the punches. You know, I won't be satisfied till we get a WWE versus AEW invasion.
Well, you're going to be waiting a long time.
Yeah. Vince, I downloaded my consciousness like Bill Gates. I called Bill Gates and I put my consciousness in a computer. Yeah, and they built me a robot, a surrogate. They're gonna his avatar. They're gonna put me in a blue cat thing, and I'm gonna buy AEW. I'll be alive forever.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. Yeah, well, he's got at least another 20 years left.
Yeah,
for sure.
Knowing Vince, yeah. Anyways, though, so it's just basically fucking. I don't know. They're just like, you are an elite. This is the real. You guys are the golden elite or whatever. We're the Bullet Club Gold.
No,
bang, bang, gang.
Yeah. Well, no,
I get it. Like, I do get it. Yes. So, yeah.
He was saying fucking everyone goes Bullet Club's elite era was fucking the peak of Bullet Club.
Okay. Right. But can I just stop you there, Hairline? No. You're right. You're right.
Please do.
So let me just ask you this question. Who's getting that notion over, and how has that been gotten over? Juicy J.
Yeah, well,
Jay White is getting it over. Juice Robinson's getting it over. The Gun Boys are getting it over. What's Kenny Omega done? Walked with a briefcase, and then he sat there for an interview, then got jumped. There was nothing. And then the Bucks are dealing with FTR, greatest tag in the world. And then what was Hangman doing before? What was Ibushi was never in the fucking Bullet Club, but he helped Omega fight against Bullet Club guys and shit. So it's like, what were they doing to do this? Yeah, no, like they haven't been doing anything to be like Bullet Club versus Elite. Like they haven't added to it in any way. All it's been has been Jay White and Juice Robinson being brilliant. It's all one-sided here. It's Jay White being brilliant and Juice Robinson being brilliant and the Guns being brilliant and getting over this Bullet Club versus Elite idea, whereas Kenny's just walked with a briefcase, got jumped. Hangman just laughed and went, "Oh, you guys want to fight?" And then fucking Ibushi has nothing. He's just gonna show up and kick guys, you know. So it's like it's just so like built so poorly and it's so one-sided. I don't know.
You don't gotta tell me, bro.
Yeah. So I know I'm preaching the choir, but I'm just trying to express it. Like even this isn't. Bro. And then why is Takeshita with the Bullet Club Gold? Just have him be in Bullet Club Gold. What the fuck, man? Bro, anyways, though, Juice Robinson and the Guns took on the Iron Savages, Bronson Boulder and Jack Jameson. Bronson Boulder and Jack Jameson. This guy who's just some yoked up fucking jobber cutting up. I don't know. He's cutting a good like WWE promo. I see that whole gimmick as like Heavy Machinery knockoff, though. Like what those guys are doing. It's just like heavy, not as good Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, how mad do you think Otis is?
Yeah.
Like,
no, he doesn't care, bro. He's an Alpha Academy graduate, bro. He don't give a fuck about none of that. He's like, thank you.
Doug, we need to check out that podcast.
What you mean is how mad is Tucker? Tucker Knight. That guy's
Yeah.
fucking pissed. He don't got a job,
He's
and
done
there's
wrestling.
jobbers are doing his fucking gimmick shittier than he was doing.
Working it hard.
Yeah, this was
better than
whatever.
him.
I don't know. I could watch Juice and
Lucky.
fucking the Guns all day. This was whatever. Your thoughts on it?
Fucking okay. So it was all like, Nigel, take that stupid fucking headset off and give it the switchblade because no one wants to hear what the fuck you have to say other than Phil. And then most of all, shout out to that yeah sign. That's probably the coolest part of all of Collision. Was the yeah sign.
Yeah.
So Paul Bunyan had a pretty decent comeback. I'll say that much. You know what I'm saying? Out of the two jobbers, you know. And to be me, I gotta say my commentary spot. Switchblade was all like, "Say it with me, Kevin," and then he didn't say it with him. And he was all like, "Kevin, you didn't say it with me," and just drilling him over it. Just not to be a fucking Switchblade mark, but like fucking, let's get more fucking Switchblade on commentary.
Yeah, man. And here's the problem with AEWs is that they're just so overly jam-packed full of shit. Think about this. We had talked about, like, we reviewed SmackDown. There was like 4 or 5 fucking key segments that happened in the 2 hours. There's about 4 things that happened in the show that were all important. And even if they fell flat, it was like carrying their stories. There's like 4 things. This whole show, like, we've already reviewed like 4 things, and there's like fucking 7 things left that happen on the show. It's crazy, you know? Anyways, though, the House of Black sent in a video message. I thought this was really good. It was just him being like, listen, the ancient Sumerians thought in the afterlife this, like, whatever. And then they throw his boots in a trash compactor. I was like, thank fuck, because I thought they were going on a pole or on a ladder or something. And then Shivani's in the locker room with Absolute Ricky Starks. Shivani is like, you told people I was... Like, Starks corrects Shivani. He's like, you told him I was suspended for 30 days. It's actually 28 days. Okay. I just think it's egregious. He won't be on All In Wembley. I think that's utterly egregious. I think it's despicable. And he clearly has heat, and they're gonna put him on All Out, and he's going to WWE. They stuck him with Big Bill though, which I love. Exactly. I love that.
Okay, cool.
Yes. So get Big Bill away from Cage, get him away from Nana. Okay, Starks and Big Bill, keep this going for a long time. Don't do tease breakups and have brotherly whatever. Have Starks be Starks, let him do his thing, and have Big Bill be his heater who fucks guys up. They can tag. Don't do goofy shit. Just have him be the heater. Big Bill don't even gotta talk. Let Ricky talk for both of them. And fucking Big Bill's just there to fucking bump these guys around. Starks comes in for the money match daddy. I love it. Big Bill fights Derek Neal, a jobber, squashes him. Yeah, more Big Bill, more Ricky Starks, please. Your thoughts?
So this was super smart. You know what I'm saying? They definitely need to be feeding jobbers to Big Bill. Yep. But my problem, bro, this is Rampage. You know what I'm saying? We're literally watching fucking this guy versus a jobber, that guy versus a jobber. CM Punk's doing a fucking Edge tribute. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's that's the thing there. That's Tony Khan going, I need to book these things. And then that's what Cody had to deal with. He's like, I can't do that. Yeah, they have to book around everyone's ideas. Like Jericho is like, I want to do this. And then the Bucks are like, I want to do this. And then Punk's like, I want to do this. And everyone's got to book around that. And then Tony has his ideas too. But he's like, oh, X versus Commander. It'll be great. You have a Perrier?
Yeah, Sammy, but I have you doing this. Yeah, Tony. It's just I kind of wanted my own push. Yeah, but I got you here with Jericho.
Yeah, think about that show, and then think about what Sammy's gotten since that show. Nothing. So like, what the fuck was that all about?
Jericho.
Diamante. Yeah, he's just still with Jericho as a lackey that no one cares about.
Hold on. Oh my God.
So up next we had Diamante versus Willow Nightingale. This was a fucking good match, man. And I love both of these girls. More Diamante, more Willow. This was a great match. Thank you for featuring Diamante more. She's so slept on. And she's dating Kiera Hogan, which I didn't know. Kiera Hogan, bro. You don't know the baddies, Jade Cargill's baddies. That's the one faction I don't know why they broke up. Like, where's Layla Gray? Layla Gray was like she was the hottest one. She was the worst wrestler. But where's Red Velvet Cake and Layla Gray?
Red Velvet Cake.
Yeah.
Doing their botch. Their little flip.
So Lexi Nair was backstage with Toni Storm. Toni Storm just fucking kills it.
I'm glad. Hold on. First off, I'm glad you didn't ask me what the fuck I have to say about that match. It was just fucking Willow versus the girls who are mad at Thunder Rosa. That's all this match.
Who?
Right.
Diamante's not mad at Thunder Rosa.
All right. Didn't they fucking start shooting on each other?
No, that's Eve Elise, who doesn't work for the company. She doesn't work anywhere because she has heat with everyone.
Oh.
Yeah. Eve Elise and Diamante used to team together, but it had nothing to do with Diamante.
Okay. So I'm just green. Sorry, listeners.
Yeah. Hairline started watching AEW again when we started this pod, 4 months ago?
Yeah.
Shout out you listeners, by the way. Sorry, I'm just trying to breeze through this, guys, today because there's a lot of wrestling and I want to get this out before fucking All In. Yeah, and a lot of it's trash. So anyways, though, Lexi Nair's backstage with Toni Storm and she just spits venom with another great promo. Her fucking hair, her look. She's like an old like black and white movie scream queen from back in like the fucking swamp monster, the blob, like that type of shit.
The Bride of Frankenstein is what you're looking for.
Yeah, or like King Kong, whatever. And she
was Bride of
so good. Her facials, her cadences, like she should be in movies, dude. And she's just like, I don't know who you are, but the last girl who interviewed me was very rude. That shit just popped me. And then there'll be I don't know. She's just talking shit on Shida and Baker and going, I'm gonna get my world title back at Wembley. Me and Saraya are on the same page. The Outcasts are sisters. They're clearly. I called it a billion years ago. This is just gonna create Saraya versus Storm. Saraya, I think, is gonna walk out with the belt in Wembley because there's such hometown pop marks. And then Storm's gonna be like, "How dare you?" And she's gonna attack Saraya. And then Saraya's gonna get sympathy because they're in Wembley. And then fucking Toni Storm and Saraya at All Out
probably get injured
or whatever. And then up next we had Powerhouse Hobbs versus Kevin Koo, who got a big pop. I guess he's a local indie guy. And he looked like the biggest creator wrestler ever. And he just got jobbed out. Spine buster. The Redeemer appears on the big screen. I don't know. Miro's like fighting God, or he is God. I can't quite follow what's going on.
He's his own God. He's
right.
He's doing a parody.
He killed God, but he's God. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, shout out Miro. These guys are fighting at All Out, which all right, but I don't know. More Miro, please. And I would just love if Lana joined it, like just manage him in AEW. It would just be money. I feel like.
Oh, he had to get rid of his hot wife. Did you hear him? Don't you listen to the promos?
Yes, but he was also saying he's God, but he killed God, but he redeemed God. So I don't know. Where's his hot wife?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Is she still alive, or is she like in a bathtub somewhere? Anyways, main event.
No, listen. Here's the whole thing, dude. She doesn't want to get rid of the opportunity to go back to WWE. You know what I'm saying? She's smart.
Yeah. So Darby Allin takes on Christian Cage with TNT champion Luchasaurus. JR joins the broadcast team. Darby Allin's over as fuck.
Yeah.
Cage is, I don't know. This just felt like it turned into Dynamite right here. Christian Cage is great on the stick. He's great in the ring. He's given fucking Darby the rub, which is awesome. But ultimately, man, it's just like, I don't know. They just did all this to tie Christian into the Nick Wayne shit, I guess, later on Dynamite. I don't know. Yeah, Luchasaurus gets ejected.
Honestly, though,
the match was really good, though, and this was a prime position for Darby and Christian. More Christian. I'm happy with Christian. And I've even put Luchasaurus over, but yeah, I don't know, man. Just Darby's in like two different storylines that are, but then they're merged into one for all. It's the worst booking of all time, but just this alone, this thing right here was all good. I like this main event. It was good, but it felt like Dynamite. I don't know. Your thoughts?
I'm going to put Luchasaurus over, Doug.
Good.
Darby,
you're pretty cool too.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I really do. So Darby goes to fucking do the coffin drop to fucking Luchasaurus, and he no-sold that shit. And it's all like, yeah, you're right. It's all like, holy crap, he just it's as if he fucking was all like, this little guy doing this move to me could decredit my fucking what I am and when I'm supposed to be this monster and all that shit. And it's all like, holy shit, look at him fucking like, bro, you finally got it a little bit. I don't know, like,
Dude,
you can tell
I'm
like Peach has
telling
really
you.
been like,
Yes. Like,
Peach has
so
really been
who
drilling
does
it into
Jungle Boy listen to now? Now that Luchasaurus actually has some goddamn sense about him.
probably not Luchasaurus.
Yeah, dude.
He's definitely
Listen,
found some
man,
other path.
listen, bro, because Luchasaurus, we said it at the first Collision. We were like, he had a big man match. What the fuck? And then every week he gets it. It's less flippy kicks and spin kicks and flips and pile driver, like shit that if he does it should kill a man, but he does like 80 fucking save it, bro. Save it.
It was just like
at a pay-per-view,
Yeah,
moonsault off the stage and fucking give a moment where every Dynamite. Fuck, man. Thank God, Christian, he's listening.
Yep.
God damn.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
God damn.
Shout out to Peeps.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, man. So fucking this match though, we didn't need the foot on the rope near the end.
Yeah.
And it was just too long of a goddamn match, bro. Like we
Well,
didn't need all that.
Main event, it's an AEW main event.
No.
It's got to be an indie-rific match, Like this was, it wasn't indie-rific. This was actually good for TV. I think Darby would be great in WWE too. Am I a mark for saying that about everyone? Oh, they'd be good in WWE.
No. Well, yeah, they almost all of them would be, except for the Young Bucks.
No, I think they would be honestly good in WWE.
Yeah, okay. God, they couldn't hang for 10 minutes.
Okay, well, speaking
the Miz would be picking on them.
Yeah, the Miz would kick them out the locker room. So that was our episode
92 fucking. Well, let me tell you, actually, all of you are lucky that I'm even doing this right now. Subscribe to our goddamn Patreon.
Guys, that was Pro Wrestle
That's
Times.
how you want to take her home, bud.
That was Pro Wrestle Times podcast for this week or this. I don't know. I'm trying to drop like every 3 days. Every 3 days.
Flood in the block.
Yeah, whatever. Flooding the block. So we coming for you.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Last pod, we were all like, we're at 500, and now it's all like, we're almost at 600.
Yeah, we're almost at 600. Our other channels well on its way to 200. It broke well over 100 out of nowhere. We got TikToks hitting 1.8 million. I don't know, man. We're YouTube partnered up thanks to you guys. We're gonna have merch coming hopefully around the holidays, the winter season. Some shit like that, maybe hopefully earlier. But you guys, we're just on the road to 1,000 by the fucking Christmas. That's really what we want. It seems like we're going faster than that, but I mean, you guys know us, man. We just shoot it real, and we're optimistic. But fuck, we thought we'd have like 20 subscribers by this point, this deep, So we just love you guys so much. We appreciate you so much. If you want to support us, please hit the like, please hit subscribe, please leave a comment. We would appreciate that so much. It helps the fucking algorithm. And you guys are already doing all of that, but just that's the free best way to support us. If you want to toss us some scratch, you can now become a member of our YouTube and unlock our badges for rocking with us. We got some epic badges, the coveted rainbow PWT badge. If you rock with us for 4 years, God forbid an asteroid doesn't hit the fucking earth before that time comes. But kidding aside, though, guys, 99 cents, and you can get every video we upload to Pro Wrestle Clips early. Okay? So that's a perk on YouTube. Everything we upload, as your boy Phil uploads it, it goes live to our members. You pay 99 cents. Sometimes these clips come out. Sometimes they'll drop like 3 days after I fucking uploaded them. So get in on that. Other perks include, just go check out the memberships. You can get shout outs. We try to make it equal to our Patreon so that you really get the same things. But obviously there's perks for YouTube exclusively right? And obviously there's things for Patreon exclusively because that's how the world works. But you're paying the same for shout outs on our show. Speaking of Patreon and shout outs, patreon.com/ Pro Wrestle Times. And we just want to shout out Ashley V. We want to shout out Russ Paxson, and we want to shout out Reggie Rico Rodriguez. And
my manager.
Yes, guys. Phil, I had a blast. Thank you for the quick reviews. There's a lot of wrestling, but All In's a big thing, and I'm just staying on top of this shit for you guys. And we got tons of Patreon shit coming out and little YouTube clippets. Check out our fucking. We put snippets of all the Patreon exclusive shit on YouTube, so you can check out like our little snippets of our reactions. You know, you want the full videos, check us out on Patreon, check out our Discord, and yeah, maybe for members on YouTube we'll upload our Patreon shit to there too. Maybe. I don't know how it all works, guys. It's all new to us too, but just thank you so much. It's all because of you guys. It's possible. Phil's out, hairline's out, yeah. Pop pod's out.
Like the fat.
We love you.